Today's video, I am going to be showing you how you can quickly and easily customize your Excel ribbon and also your quick access toolbar. So with the Excel ribbon, we are referring to this area where you're seeing the main menu tabs. For example, the page layout ribbon tab, the home ribbon tab, the formulas ribbon tab, the data ribbon tab. So when you point on one of these main menus, you will see a bunch of options popping up here, a bunch of commands and features. So this area where they are actually showing up from is what is referred to as a ribbon. So in our first customization, we shall see how do we add more ribbons that are not showing up here, and also how do we create fresh new ribbon tabs from scratch. So let us start and see how do we add all those hidden ribbon tabs. So to do that, you can either right click anywhere in the ribbon and say customize ribbon, or you can go to the file tab and navigate to options. Then you continue navigating to the customize ribbon option, and there you are. You can now start customizing and adding on those hidden ribbons. So like you can notice here clearly that we only have 9 ribbon tabs showing up, including the home ribbon tab, the insert, the page layout, the formulas, the data, review, view, and help. So we'd like to add more others that are not currently showing. So let's do that. Go to customize ribbon. So when you're here, you will see that on your main tabs, whatever is selected is the item that is currently showing. All those that are deselected are not currently showing. So for example, I commonly use features under the developer tab. I can go ahead and reselect this one, click OK, and there you go. The developer tab will show up on my ribbon with its bunch of icons and commands. Let me go ahead and add one more item. Right click anywhere in the ribbon, customize ribbon, come back to my main tabs here. I look for any that is deselected, like the draw. I reselect it, and also the data streamer. I reselect it, and also the background removal. I reselect and I click OK. So I will see all these menu items show up on my ribbon with all their commands and features. So similarly, if you'd like to remove one of the menu items or a ribbon tab that you less often use, you can follow the same procedure. You right click anywhere in the ribbon, customize ribbon. You come back to your tabs that are currently showing here. Then you can deselect any of the tabs that you do not commonly use. I'll go ahead and deselect this one. I deselect this one. I also deselect this one. Then I hit OK. They will disappear off my ribbon. So how do we create a fresh new ribbon tab from scratch? You follow the same procedures. You come to your file, you navigate over to options, you come here to customize ribbon, and when you reach here, you will see 3 options here: new tab, new group, and rename. So our goal is to create a whole new tab from scratch. I click here, new tab. My tab will be created. It is showing up here. So I'll go ahead and select it, right click so that I can give it a new name. Or if I do not right click, I keep it selected and I come over to this option, rename. But I will go ahead and right click. I rename it as my training tab. I click OK. It's created. I go ahead and click OK to close the Excel options dialog box, and then I come over to my ribbon to double check whether it's been created. Yes, it's existing. However, there is nothing, there is no any feature, no any command that is currently showing up under the my training tab. When you click over, for example, the home ribbon tab, you will see a number of options and items popping up. But when you come back to the newly created ribbon tab called My Training tab, you will see nothing. So let's go ahead and add a few commands. Right click anywhere in the ribbon and say Customize Ribbon. Come back here to your newly created tab. Click the plus sign to expand it, and inside you start creating your group of features. I will right click and rename this group. I give it an icon or symbol here, and then I call it Commands Not on Ribbon as my group. I click OK. I can go ahead and create a new group. I say New Group. I right click and rename. I can call this one, let me call it My Tools, My Favorite Tools, hit OK. So I'm comfortable with these two groups created under the My Training tab. Now I can start inputting my features, commands, and icons. So I highlight the Commands Not on Ribbon group, and then I come over to my features or the commands. I will ask Excel to give me commands not in the ribbon. Excel will list me all the commands that are not in the ribbon as of now. So I will go ahead and start adding items. So for example, I like to add the feature called scenario. I commonly use that feature. Then I will go ahead and add another feature which is called speak cells. I also like that feature. Speak cells. Where are you? Speak cells right here. I say add. Then I can also go ahead and add two more. Let me add the subscript, and I also add the superscript. So I'm done. I've added 4 items under the commands not on the ribbon. Let's go ahead and also add a few items under my favorite tools. I will go ahead and pick a few tools. Let me add the zoom out. I also add the zoom in. I also add the zoom. Then let me change gears here, and I select popular commands. I'd like to add shapes. Then I can also add one more item. Let me add paste special. Click add. I click OK. So when I click on my training tab, I will see 2 groups of commands showing up. Commands not on ribbon, and also my favorite tools, including their commands and features. Another example is assuming that you'd like to rearrange your ribbon tab. For example, you'd like the home ribbon tab to show after the formulas or between the formulas and the data ribbon tab, or you'd like the review ribbon tab to show at the far right just immediately after the file. How do you do that? You come back, you right click anywhere in the ribbon, go back to your main tabs here. You can either use these arrows you're seeing here to move these things to any position that you feel you like, or you can just hold and drag. For example, if I want to drag this view ribbon tab and place it on top of home, I just hold and drag, or I can move this insert ribbon tab and I keep moving it down. I keep moving it down, pressing these arrows, and when I'm comfortable, I just leave it at that. Then I can go ahead and click OK. I see the changes. You see the changes. So even when you want to rearrange items inside a specific ribbon, you can similarly follow the same steps. Right click, customize ribbon, come over onto the home ribbon tab and expand the features inside. Let's say, for example, you want to, let's go back and click on the home ribbon tab and see how they are arranged. Undo grouping, clipboard, font, alignment, number groups. So for example, if you'd like to have the number grouping of features showing up before the undo group, or if you want the alignment to show up just after the editing group of tools, how do you do that? Right click, go to customize ribbon, expand your home ribbon tab. Let's move the number group of icons and place it on top of undo. Then we get our alignment and push it immediately after the editing group of tools. And let's move our cells and put it above the clipboard. We are comfortable with the few movements that we have done. Can click OK. Come back and review our changes. Yes, things have shifted. Literally, you can do a lot of customizations with your ribbon to fit your liking and preference. One more example, you may want to rename any of these tabs here. For example, the page layout. Let us, for example, rename it to layout or page setup or page settings. Click OK. Hit OK. Your ribbon tab will be renamed. Now that we have seen and done a few customizations on our ribbon, let's go ahead and see how do we customize the quick access toolbar. So for the quick access toolbar, this is the area on your ribbon where you place the most frequently used items or the most frequently used commands. And for older versions of Office, sometimes the quick access toolbar by default comes showing either at the top of the ribbon or below the ribbon. And in some cases, it doesn't show anywhere. Like for example, currently on my ribbon, I'm not seeing the quick access toolbar anywhere. So how do you turn it on and how do you move it either at the top of the ribbon or below the ribbon? Let's do that. You right click and you'll see option number 2 which says show quick access toolbar. Click. So my quick access toolbar will show below the ribbon like you can see, and currently there is nothing I have placed in the quick access toolbar. That's why you're not seeing any command, any feature or any icon. So it will only be showing you this arrow showing down. So how do you move it on top of the ribbon? You just right click, you place your cursor here, you right click, and then you come and say show above the ribbon. It will now shift and it will start showing above the ribbon. You can follow the same steps to bring it back below the ribbon. You right click and then you say show below the ribbon. Now that we have finished seeing how to move and place our quick access toolbar either on top of the ribbon or below the ribbon, let us now start adding a few commands and features. You right click anywhere in the ribbon and you say customize quick access toolbar. Or if you don't do that, you just come back to your file, navigate to options, and when the Excel options dialog box opens up here, you come and highlight the quick access toolbar, and then from there you can now start adding a few items. For example, there is nothing showing up here, and I have a few commands that I would like to add. Let's go here and ask Excel to give us commands not in the ribbon. I will add the scenario. I'll also add the speak cells, Then I'll also add the superscript. Let me also add the subscript. Then the other item I'd like to add, let's add the zoom out. Also add the zoom in, add the zoom. Let's add a number of items and see how our quick access toolbar will look like. Let's also add, let us switch here and step up commands. Let's also add the fill color. We also add the format cells. We also add paste special, and we are comfortable with that list. Let's go ahead and click OK. So these items will now start showing on our quick access toolbar. So the reason you may need to add features, commands into your quick access toolbar to avoid those so many clicks. Instead of, for example, going to insert and then coming over here to illustrations and picking shapes, you just add that feature here onto your quick access toolbar, and then you can quickly access such a tool without having those so many clicks. In fact, let's go ahead and add the shapes. Let's go ahead and let's add the shapes. Click OK. Can just click over here and your items will appear. If you like what you're seeing, click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on that bell icon so that you do not miss videos like this. So let's go ahead and look at our next example. Though we have seen that there is a lot of flexibility and a lot of customizations that you can do with our Excel ribbon, there are still some features and options that you cannot change or customize on our ribbon. So I'm going to show you a few of those features that you can't easily customize and change, and later on in the video I'll show you 3 more important things on our ribbon. So stick around and watch this video till the end. So the first thing is you can neither change nor remove inbuilt commands, including their names, icons, and the order. Secondly, you cannot resize the ribbon, nor can you change the size of the text or the default icons. However, you can hide the ribbon completely or collapse it to show only the tab names. So let me highlight for you the ribbon area. So the whole of that area is called the ribbon area, which you cannot easily resize. Then the other one is you cannot change the text size, this text size and format. Then you cannot also change the icons for each single command. However, you can collapse the whole ribbon. Let's try to do that. How do you collapse the whole ribbon? You can either come over here and click in this down arrow here, and then you say show tabs only. Alternatively, you can just double click. If I want to show the ribbon tab right now, I just point on any menu tab and I double click. This one will permanently show, and I can double click and it disappears. So how do we also turn off this quick access toolbar? You just right click anywhere and then I hide the quick access toolbar. So when I double click, the ribbon shows up, and when I double click, the ribbon disappears. The other thing that you cannot easily change is the color of the ribbon. However, you can change the whole color scheme for the entire Office applications. How do you do that? Come back to your file menu here. You go to options. So the Excel options dialog box will open. You just scroll down and you will see the office theme here. Currently it is in the colorful mode, but I can try to change and see if my changes will take effect. Let me use black. Click OK. Yes, my theme changes. I can go back, change it to another color, go back to options, scroll, office theme. I can say use system settings. I click OK. I go back to my default. Let me go back and select black. Click OK. So what this theme color does is that it changes and applies across all Office applications, including Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, Publisher, and PowerPoint. So let's go ahead and open a Word document and see. I open a Word document. You see the color is completely black. So let's close these documents. Come back to Excel. Go to File menu, Options, scroll, Office theme. We put colorful. Click OK, and we are back to this beautiful theme that I like. The other amazing thing is that you can hide all these ribbon tabs that we are seeing, including the default ones and the custom created ribbon tabs, but you cannot hide the file tab here. Let's go ahead and try that. Right click, customize ribbon. I go ahead and deselect all my ribbon tabs. I click OK. So there is no option of deselecting the file. It's not even showing here in my main tabs here. So meaning it cannot be hidden. So when I click OK, I only see the file tab, and the rest of the menu items have disappeared. So the other thing I'd like to show you is let's assume you've done all your customizations, you've configured your ribbon, and it's actually fitting your preferences. But all of a sudden, you're asked to accomplish a task on a different computer that is not yours. How possible is it that you can transfer your settings to another computer? Or you can share your ribbon configurations with other users? Let me show you how to do that. Click on the File tab here, navigate to Options, come to Customize Ribbon. You click on the Import/Export option here, and then you'll see two options come up here: Export all customizations or Import customizations. So for our case, we are going to export all customizations. Click OK. So Excel will ask you, where would you like to save these configurations? So you go ahead and put your flash disk or hard drive, and then you go ahead and save this IU file. So when you go onto the other PC, you just insert your flash, your hard drive, and then you come back here. You now import the customization file, you locate, and then you open. Then all your configurations will come into this PC, and you'll start navigating your Excel user interface with ease. Let me also show you items or features in Excel that can only be added as ribbon tabs. I come back to my file menu, options. I come to add-ins. I click on add-ins. Then, for example, the com add-ins, I click go. So these options are not currently showing up on the ribbon tab, and they cannot easily be found under the customization tab, but they can only be added onto our Excel user interface as ribbon tabs. For example, the Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. I can go ahead and select that one. I can also add the Microsoft Power Map. Then I click OK. They will definitely show up on my ribbon. So one more thing, assuming that you no longer want these customizations on your PC and you'd like to reset back to the default settings, how do you do that? You right click anywhere in the ribbon, go back to customize ribbon, click on reset, and then reset all customizations. Excel will ask you to confirm, delete all ribbon and quick access toolbar customizations for this program. Go ahead and say yes, click OK. So everything will restore to the default settings. This has been an epic video and I hope you have learned something. Please let me know in the comments section, and if you like what you saw, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so that you turn on the notifications and you